Okay, Hornady 158 grain, 6 grains of CFE pistol, and a 357 Magnum. Well, I can't believe I missed 2 of those. These are shooting a little bit low. Well, I can't believe I missed 2 of those. These. Alright, 125 grain extreme, 7.1 grains of CFE pistol. Pretty stout. Okay, well, I did my first 357 Magnum reload video, and I put that together with some shooting and some reloading, part of the reloading that I did on my first 357, and I learned a lot. It was a good process for me. I learned a lot, had a lot of good comments. Charlie Brastuffer, he always gives good comments, and he's the one that sent me this first bullet that I shot here. He sent me some of these to shoot and trout, and this is a really good bullet. I wasn't really sure what to load it with. I had some CFE pistol that I was using for the other Hornady, the 158 grain, and I was for 357. When I looked up on the Hodgson website, I just kind of picked an in-between number. I think it was like 5.3 to 6.5 or something like that. So I just picked 6 as an in-between number to start out with, something to start out with. And these actually shot really well, both of these. This is a Hornady 158 grain semi-wide cutter hollow point that I did a 38 special video on, and actually there's more than 6 here, because I loaded up a couple just to try them out, and the 2 that I first loaded up, you can't get any better than that, 9, 10, 9, 11. And then when I did the other ones, they were a little bit wider range. Ended up with an average of 912, standard deviation 20, extreme spread 66. So, and Charlie said I probably need to tighten the crimp up on them a little bit, and I probably do. I don't know what it is with me and crimp, but I'm new to the pistol, 38 special, 357, and the crimp. And he's told me this several times. I guess I'm just hard-headed, but you got to have a good crimp to get the powder going good, get a good burn on the powder before the bullet shoots out of there, so you can get a good powder burn. And so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more, just my roll crimp, just to do a little bit more roll crimp on some of these. I don't know why I haven't done more crimp on them. I thought they would be fine the way they are, but I think I need to tighten my crimp up a little bit. So that's one thing definitely that I learned from doing this. The crimp on these bullets is, very important, especially the lighter weight ones. I think is probably extremely important. These Hornadies, they shot real well. The velocity was similar to that, a little bit more. Average was 933. Standard deviation on these was a lot better, and extreme spread was still kind of high, really. But there's a close-up of that. So those all shot real well. And let me turn the page here. And then the next one I did was these Hornady 140 grain XTPs, and I loaded those up with the Winchester 296, and average velocity 1407, standard deviation 37, extreme spread 103. So these were they were all over the place, and it's probably due to not having enough crimp on the bullet, and maybe it's other things, but I think I've got the crimp down, because these are some more that I loaded up, and I think these are going to shoot hopefully a little bit better than what these did. The next, I shot them all, but it's the 125 grain XTP. It's the same bullet as this. It's 125 grain. And the powders that I use are just powders that I had. I didn't go out and buy anything specifically for 357, although after doing this, I think I probably will. Because I've had some good comments. People say they use 2400, and I think accurate number 7, and different things. And I don't know, 2400. I looked around. Looks like it's hard to find, but I'll see what I can find on that. Sorry, but this is 7 grains, a tight group, and these shot real well. 1200 feet per second average, standard deviation 24, extreme spread 72. So these numbers are still pretty high. It's probably, like I said, due to my cramp. I just probably didn't put enough cramp on them. But then going on down, I shot some more of the 125 XTPs, and this time I did 7.7 grains of CFE pistol. The first shot I got an error, but then out of the 5 shots, 1079. And the standard deviation came way down on these, 18.8 and 42, so a little bit better on those. And then the last bunch that I shot, and actually probably shot some of the best, were the cheap, the extreme 125 grain bullets. These guys right here. And I didn't load them up real hot. I just did kind of a middle ground, because I didn't know, looking by the manufacturer's website, I mean, they didn't really recommend going over 1200 feet per second, which these, I was way under that. Average was 1023, standard deviation 19.7, extreme spread 52. So these shot real well. I mean, that's a real cheap bullet. I mean, I got 500 of those for like $32. I mean, they're super cheap. I think it was like 6.5 cents or 6 cents a piece or something. But one thing I did notice on these when I was loading them up, every once in a while I'd find one, the cantilever wasn't quite right on it. I don't know if you can make that out right there, but the cantilever on this bullet, it's way up. And I mean, I'm sure they probably would be fine. Just put a good crimp on them, I'm sure they'd shoot fine. And actually, I did, when I loaded this one, I noticed it after I'd already loaded it, and then the next bunch that I loaded up, I went ahead and pulled them out, and I was going through them, and I found one more. But I've actually loaded about 60 of these altogether. Sorry, between 38 Special and 357, and I found 2 that the cantilevers were off on, higher up on the bullet than what they were supposed to be. But for cheap bullets, I'm sure they'll still shoot fine. So, but that's the results on those. And then here's the plate I was shooting, and the sights, it was a Ruger Blackhawk, a new gun that I got, the convertible model, and I'm gonna be doing a full review on that. Hopefully I'll have that up within the next couple of days. But it was shooting real low, and I had to adjust the sights. And I actually didn't adjust them. I need to adjust them way up because I was aiming here. I was about 20 yards away and aiming here, and I was hitting down in here, so I need to move them up about 3 more inches. But pretty much I got all the shots, and I wasn't it wasn't my best shooting, but I still did pretty good. I mean, I got all the shots on the plate here. Within this, I think this is like an 8-inch plate, so not too bad. And then the XTP, I shot one of these into a milk jug, well, a couple milk jugs, and it expanded real well for me, which you would expect. The XTPs are just really good bullets. But there's that, and it expanded real well, just like the other one did. And then I just, before I started shooting, I had an old 5-gallon bucket, just really a junk bucket sitting over there, and I thought, well, I'll just stick that underneath the target and see what happens, see if I, on accident catch any lead or bullets. And this is believe it or not, that's what I got. And I weighed that, and I don't know what I did with the paper, but it comes out to about 9 bullets worth of weight in grains. I just weighed it, and then I divided by 140, because I mean I was shooting 125s, 140s, 158s, so I just divided by 140, and I got about 9 bullets. But evidently, I mean, I shot a lot, so the recovery rate's not real great, but I just did that for the heck of it. And I'm gonna get some other type of, hopefully lead bullet trap to try to catch the lead and stuff. But anyways, I had a lot of fun making this video, a lot of fun shooting, reloading. 357 is a great cartridge. Thanks to Charlie Brassstuffer. He's been a great help to me, helped give me a lot of advice and send me some bullets to try out and shoot. Treetop Flyer, I bought his powder stand. It's been working out real well for me. Everybody on the Reloaders Network, there's a great group of people. I just highly recommend anybody, if you haven't joined the Reloaders Network, do it. I mean, there's new videos every day and all the time. And I just got done watching one. Kyle Lusk made a bullet trap, and that's looks pretty sweet compared to what I was using. And I'm sure he'll probably have 100% recovery rate, or close to it on that. But there was just a lot of good content over there. Eagle Eye shooting, he's doing a challenge right now, and I don't know if I'll get around to doing that or not. Hopefully I can. I don't think I can top what he did. I mean, that was some good shooting he did. Reloading Press, he's got some good videos. He's redoing his reloading room. I mean, it looks great. Everything he's doing, I mean, he's going all out. Looks really good, everything he's doing so far, and I can't wait to see when everything gets all done and put together. And he does a weekly recap. He does a real good job with that. And he was talking about information, where you get your information, different things, and that's a real important thing. The powder manufacturers, that's where I've tried to lean to most of the time, the powder manufacturers. And for whatever reason, Hodgson, that's about all I can find in my area at the local gun store, and that's about all they have. I mean, they have a few other things, a couple of different accurate powders, but not a ton. It's mainly Hodgson. So I use their website a lot, but all the manufacturers have a good website. Actually, Accurate has a good website too. They have a book you can download. So but anyways, I'm kind of rambling on now, but hopefully everybody enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun making it, and really enjoyed the 357 Magnum. Been wanting one for a long time. Finally got one. The gun I was shooting, it's a Ruger Blackhawk 357 9mm conversion, and I'm gonna have a full video on that, shooting 9mm 38 special 357. and it's got a 5.5-inch barrel on it, and I've really enjoyed shooting it so far. So everybody, thanks for watching. Hope everybody's doing good. Thank you. Appreciate it.